Here we are once again. Back in the dreamscape. But this time, same thing. Nothing's changed. Just have to chase the freaking kid. I would have hoped when I first played this that like any characters that have died up to this point would appear here, you know? But now it's still the kid. Because that would be a cool thing. Like, slowly over time, this place gets filled with like people who you more or less cared about.
Go get him, Commander. I'll see you all when you get back.
Yeah, that's Ashley from the first game. You know, because like it makes sense. You know, people are dying in the war.
Whatever you come up with, you can count me in. Shepard.
Like, if anything, the first dream should have had Ashley in it. This dream should have had Mordin, because he died recently, so, you know, it'd be like fresh in your mind kind of thing. But then again, there is a chance he didn't die, you know, because, you know, you could also, like, there's ways for you to, you know, prevent his death, which means he wouldn't cure the genophage, though, if you did that. So, kind of like this thing of, if you help him live, you don't help the Krogan. Kind of thing, so. He always has to die if you want to cure the genophage.
Shepard,
As he said, someone else could have gotten it wrong.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
Remembering the lost.
Thinking of some friends who aren't around thanks to this war.
That's thanks to the Reapers, not you. Are you thinking about anyone in particular?
Let them rest. Yeah, see, like Ashley.
Ashley, back on Vermeer. She gave her life stopping Sovereign.
Her and Caden are basically guaranteed deaths,
fighting a whole fleet of Reapers.
For developers makes it easier to
guess, Ashley would call it target practice.
Yeah. Sounds like her. Didn't you have something for me?
The Solarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. He called the comm room?
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
That's what I mean by, like, Liara being, like, basically the canon romance, if there was one. So much, like...
Commander,
face-to-face time with her.
there is something we should discuss, if you are finished rewriting history.
I made my decision, Counselor. There's not much anyone can do about it now.
Yes. We're going to have billions more Krogan in the galaxy. It's a good thing you saved my life once, Shepard. Otherwise, well... I have concerns about humanity's representative, Councillor Udina. My agents have discovered that he's using his authority to move vast sums of money. For what purpose? We're not sure.
We better find out.
If Udina's dirty, it's best we get to the bottom of it fast.
Agreed. Come to the Citadel. We will review the evidence and discuss this in private. Valorn out.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Okay.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
Okay.
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Urdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that bomb in Tuchanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear.
Yep. The Rachni.
What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
Arya's
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya Talok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The blood pack will be useful and violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Darner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
Solarians.
How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back-channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians. These STG guys know the score. They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarian Union just because some Delatras didn't get our way.
Do you know how the other races are doing
That's
against
her boy.
the Reapers?
Believe it or
Hold
not,
the
the
line.
Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Urdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Well, Yogg don't have
Just the
space
ones who can
flight
threaten.
travel yet, which I think they mentioned at this point.
Any word on the Volus and
That-
Elcor?
or at least the
The Turians and the
Protheans
Krogans sent forces
probably
to the
mentioned
Volus
it.
homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Quarian.
Have we heard
Death.
anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
Goodbye.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Yeah, see, like we're in the green, meaning we're good. The minimum is here, and we've surpassed it. So, him saying that we're bogged down, we might not win this, and we need to clear stuff up, is basically him saying like, "Listen, go do the multiplayer." You know.
Bethany, you see the bids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats were.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Novaria. Email. Your regrettable decision. From Dalatras Liran. Commander, I'm deeply disappointed by your actions at Chunka. I thought I made it clear during a genophage will be a long-term consequence. Once the Reaper threat is passed, our combined forces will be so depleted that no racer will be capable of studying the resurgent Krogan. Moreover, Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge against for the genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among the first targets. When that day comes, Commander, blood of my people will be on your hands. You're going to learn that our own scientists sacrifice his life carrying out your orders. It is a dark day not only for my people, but for all of galactic civilization. Eltras Laron, Solarian Union. Making babies! From Urnot Rex, Shepard. Making babies again will be fun. Soon as war's over, just say I'll do my part to build the numbers back up. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Celtic Valley enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her. But too bad, I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot to how to hold the gun. Okay, I thought the thing meant like there's some message I missed. Rest of work from General Corithus. Commander Shepard, when you first arrived on Mene, I had a hard time seeing how you fly off with one of these best. How you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watch the Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, you must admit that I am impressed. You brokered an alliance that many thought impossible. Paladin may be saved after all. With great respect, General Corithus, may have command. Still fighting from Shiala. Commander Shepard, I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zoo Hope are fighting in. This time it's Reapers instead of Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, but you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian's dead now, I confirmed that. But our spores in our body still remains. On some level, we're still connected. Not necessarily a bad thing, though. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act one mind, ignoring the pain when we need arises. Sure, I'm still indoctrinated. I remember a sovereign voice in my head when I went willingly to Thorian as his thrall, but my connection to people of Zoo Hope is stronger, and it drowns out the Reaper voices. This situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety, but one mind and one trained to fight with the skill of veteran commandos. Our force is strong. Still not forgotten how you helped us and how you spared me. We're leaving Pharaoh soon, and when the time comes, we will fight for us. Shiala. ANN report Reaper from the Alliance News Network. Pharaohs, a group of colonists on Pharaohs, have mounted a defense against the arriving Reaper forces, holding them back enough for civilians nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Zoo's Hope, said to be survived some savage death attacks several years ago, has repelled the initial Reaper landing attempts with a level of wartime competence more common than seasoned platoons. The colonies are using improvised weapons such as well as supplies salvaged from the defunct Exogeny facility. These colonies are home, colony spokesman Elizabeth Bayham said. We've survived worse and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have full evacuation before the Reaper forces arrive. Nice. Oh shit. Cool.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear. Commander, Chief Engineer Adams would It's another to see him in action.
Apparently Chief Engineer wants to speak to me. Oh, Garrus is at the bridge with Joker. That should be a sight to behold. What else? Oh, ED's not here. Must be somewhere else on the ship.
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
How you gotta respect the classics?
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me! The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Oh, these are good.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Mordin.
He was my friend.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
Feels good.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this.
I
Well,
mean,
Except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector
I
base,
was just gonna
but
say.
this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
It could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
Never crossed my
I could
mind.
never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
Let's hope our luck holds.
Sadly, it doesn't tell you where your crew are. I just gotta kind of wing it. Hope, I mean, I could just go down the list, right? Adams was here. Like, he was here. Now he's, I assume, in the engineering block, but for all I know, he's somewhere else. Jacquas!
Nothing to report.
Okay. Oh yeah, Edie's over here. Good talk to sure.
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Tyrians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Yes, we do. I don't think we picked up anything that a glyph could use to upgrade, but I'll check it out just in case. There also might be some correspondence for Shadow Broker.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed.
Oh, intel from Battle of Arcturus, which I got from
We would need to send in teams to be sure.
side mission.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Damage.
But by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor.
Mass relay traffic reports the increase and decrease in recent traffic. Widow 95%, Omega 2 65 increase, Tissail 32 increase, Shinhad, Sinhad, and there's 43 decrease. Belian 12% decrease, Sharon unavailable, Shang-Chi Theta unavailable.
The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they?
No, they don't, and yet they do.
At your service.
Makes you wonder. The Krogan could literally send out an all-out war against the Citadel right now, but they don't. I mean, I know the Reapers are a bigger threat, but if they didn't give a shit, they could just as well do that if they wanted to.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid.
Huh.
Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
It's Krogan redemption.
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
That can be negotiated.
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a Council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the genophage cure. Anything more is between the Council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval.
Yeah, like, a lot of people don't like Diana because she's literally are a sleazy reporter. But the whole point of being a reporter is to kind of give the hard questions so that, you know, if there's not a good response, then like, why is this person in command over someone who could be in command? So if you give good responses, it's like,
Commander,
this guy
You
is
settling in,
leading us.
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
Oh.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And the Krogan we met, who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His
Right.
memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Cosmic imperative.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
The weak need
It's the
protection.
duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Yara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You?
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
But even if Javik was set free, like, what would he do? Like, he's born a soldier, fought a soldier.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy. She is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR-2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
See, Edie agrees with me.
Edie's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? Edie agrees with me.
But unlike Edie, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
That is a requisite from being organic. You have to look beyond that limited definition of life.
Joker pilots the Normandy. He doesn't take over Edie's body when he does that. When Edie controls the ship, she's piloting, just like Joker.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy. She is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us.
She's kind of...
The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie.
Edie can direct the Normandy with her thoughts. She sees, hears, and feels through the ship's sensor arrays. The Normandy is her body.
I've seen Edie's body, and its curves are a fine sight better than the Normandy's hull.
So what do you think, Edie?
Are we more than our thoughts?
I'm done. Any more of this and my head's gonna explode.
Adams would like to speak to you.
I know. That's why I'm here.
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle. At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Why
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment.
It would vaporize anyone standing in this room.
That sounds more serious than just a safety issue.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway.
But we want every advantage we can get, right?
I'll buy it.
I'll look for one next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Thanks, Commander. GX-12 thermal pipe. Shuttle Bay. Check out our new digs. Death mask. Yeah. Just increase. It literally just increases melee damage. Nothing really to just, write home about. Ammo capacity increase, health boost. Let's keep the weapon damage. Power recharge, weapon / headshot damage, melee damage, weapon damage. Same stuff. Let's keep it to N7. No shoulders. Melee damage. What about you? Weapon damage. Shield regeneration. Keep it to power damage. Anything we miss? Hey, didn't miss anything. Collector armor. Hornet pistol. Blood dragon armor. Metagel capacity. Inferno armor. Couple of mods and a visor. Couple mods and some shoulders. E-gel. Conduit. No, that's not. The fuck is that? You want to upgrade the Phalanx. It's a pretty it's a powerful pistol. It's not as powerful as the whatever it's called, but in terms of weight, it's a good weapon. Got anything to say, James?
Parts of Tachanka reminded me of the desert back home. The lizards and worms, but, the sand and everything.
Same.
Sure.
Okay. Seems like everyone here is good to go. Talk to everyone, right? Check my captain's cabin just to make sure nothing's gonna be possible to miss. Oh, seems everything's fine to go. Alright. Anything else, trainer?
Commander?
Nope. So, I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I'm going for the next episode of Course Thingy, and I shall see you then. Bye-bye.